for this featured featherweight matchup here live on FS1. Chrissy, Vanessa, Ariane, Brittany. Great fight so far. Let them continue. Rodraguez and Hooker. Hooker will switch his stance back and forth. He is in the white trunks. Southpaw Yair Rodraguez, 3 days shy of his 23rd birthday in the black trunks.
And Hooker with a bit more MMA experience, Mike. Yair Rodraguez has had 7 professional fights, whereas Hooker is on his 19th now. So the 8th professional fight right now for Yair. Yair, wild. If you've never seen him fight before, spectacular Taekwondo kicking technique, along with really explosive and dynamic jiu-jitsu as well. He is just a really unpredictable and creative young man inside the octagon.
Moved to Chicago. He spent the last few years in Chicago. Actually lives in the basement of one of his trainers, Izzy Martinez. He and his girlfriend in the basement, training every single day with Martinez and Mike Valley, and they of course have that Greg Jackson tie.
Yeah, Izzy style wrestling. Izzy's really well known in the MMA circles for being an excellent wrestling coach. And Daniel Hooker is a solid MMA professional. He's very fluid with his movement. He has excellent technique with his striking. Fights tall. He's a tall featherweight at 6 feet, 145 pounds, and has good power in his kicks and his punches as well. And right now what he's doing is he's being elusive. He's avoiding the bum rush of Yair and giving him a lot to think about. He's not presenting an easy target right now.
Great to be in Houston. Rodraguez looking for pressure. Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan, UFC 192 prelims on FS1. Rodraguez in the dark trunks. Hooker in the white trunks. Don't forget, top of the hour, we go live on pay-per-view. And man, have we had some great fights so far tonight.
Yair stands with that sideways stance, Mike, and sometimes when a guy does that, it's tough to tell if they're going to spin or if they're going to attack with the front leg. See what I'm talking about? He switches things up so well. We saw him throw a 360 tornado kick just a few seconds ago. He throws wheel kicks. A lot of wild Taekwondo technique.
There's another one right there, yeah.
One of the reasons why he can do that is because he's very competent off his back. Extremely good off of his back with his jiu-jitsu, so he's not worried about getting taken down.
Ariel Helwani, Brian Stan, Dominic Cruz here live with us in Houston. They've done such a great job breaking down these fights. And
Hooker's got to be very careful. His neck is caught here.
Absolutely. Brian Stan said Hooker, he is a scrapper. He'll bring it. And Brian talked about the athleticism, and Joe, like you said, the unpredictability of Rodraguez.
Yeah, first of all, let me say what a pleasure it is to listen to Brian Stan and Dominic Cruz. Those guys do such an awesome job of breaking down fights. It's such a pleasure to listen to. Beautiful takedown mount by Yair Rodraguez.
Wow. And plenty of time to work.
And this is what we were talking about, the well-roundedness of Yair. The fact that he's equally good on the ground and dynamic as he is standing up. Kid's so good and so talented, but look at this. Hooker reverses the position and looking to take Yair down now. And you hear Izzy yelling out, "Show him your wrestling now."
So 90 seconds, Hooker right back up. Hooker made his UFC debut in his hometown of Auckland, New Zealand. And Yair Rodraguez has a long-awaited reunion tonight. His father, Trigo, is in attendance.
If you get underhook, high underhook. If you get underhook, high underhook. High spin. High spin. Beautiful, Yair. Smart in the foot swings.
Oh, beautiful knee.
Very nice knees to the body there by Yair. Yair looking for the takedown here, but you see how solid the fundamentals of Hooker are.
Hooker's right in this fight. Little head fighting here. May have caught him a little low.
Yeah, I believe it did.
Looks like they're going to work through it, though. Rodraguez continues. Kerry Hatley getting a close look at the action.
Good head control by Hooker. Keeping that head to the chin of Yair. And Yair always looking for the takedown, always looking to explode. Nice knee by Yair.
Good work there. Close distance connections from Yair Rodraguez. Ultimate Fighter Latin America featherweight winner, Yair Rodriguez. Good first round. FS1 UFC 192 prelims are sponsored by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. The battle continues, round 2. Izzy Martinez said, Yair Rodriguez, your speed is outstanding. Speed kills, keep it coming. Hooker's corner, Joe, talked about drawing Rodriguez in with a false sense of security and then loading up.
Yeah, loading up with a straight shot. Once they draw him in, the straight left hand counter or right hand, depending on how he's standing. But they also want him to keep a lot of pressure on Yair. What you don't want to do is let Yair get comfortable and uncork one of those wild spinning kicks on your face. You know, and a lot of people will criticize those techniques, say that they're high risk, but when you're really good at them, like Uriah Hall in that fight with Gegard Mousasi last week, they work. It might be high risk for someone who's not fluid with those techniques. Yair is very fluid with those techniques. And the fact that he can execute them better than most people can, it's very difficult to train for a guy like him.
Dominic Cruz, of course, was talking about this unpredictability, sometimes offering an opening for an opponent like Daniel Hooker.
Well,
it is a risk in return.
It certainly can, yeah. There's points in fights where it's appropriate, and then there's points in fights where it can get you caught. And it's all about knowing when to and when not to. A guy like Hooker, though, is so solid with his fundamentals that he's an excellent test for a kid like Yair Rodriguez, who's so wild. It's really like the perfect kind of combination. And Yair pulled guard here, Mike.
Yeah,
he's going to attack the left leg of Hooker. He's going to spin under. He's going for it right now. Hooker, good job defending. Good job, but look at that, he gets swept.
Risk and reward, who will do so?
You know, one of the things that the trainers of Yair have said is that the ceiling is so high for this young man, and I could not agree more. He's got so much potential.
He's really made massive gains in his wrestling game. Met everybody in Albuquerque. Greg Jackson, the fine leader, during the Ultimate Fighter Latin America season. And they continue to mentor him on a daily basis.
He's looking to spin. You see, there it is. Oh, look at that. He hurt him with that kick.
Hooker's low 7 of his last 8.
If there's one, oh, beautiful. Beautiful head kick.
Flowing very nicely here.
Nice shot to the body.
Rodriguez.
Yair getting loose.
Yes, he is.
He's so good at switching stances, too, Mike. Beautiful check right hook there.
Hooker, 25 years old. Rodriguez, a couple of days shy of his 23rd birthday, as I mentioned. Snapped a quick jab.
There's quite a speed advantage for Yair.
And that's what they talked about in the corner, Joe.
And you're seeing it in these exchanges. Yair gets off first, and he's also able to calculate the distance and time very well when Hooker moved towards him. See right there, I mean, his ability to do that and then scoot out of the way. He's enjoying a step ahead of him, reaching a speed advantage.
Right to the rib cage with that kick.
Yeah, hard left kick to the body there, and no telegraph on it at all.
Under 90 seconds now here in the second round.
Yeah, Yair really opening up well in this round. Oh, beautiful throw here. Adjusts. But Hooker continuing to move forward, unfazed by all this.
13 career wins for Daniel Hooker.
And Hooker switching it up a bit, sometimes southpaw, sometimes orthodox, and he's putting pressure on Yair. One thing about the style of Yair, it requires a lot of energy. We saw him get tired in Mexico City, but fighting at 7,000 plus feet above sea level, it's a totally different story than Houston. Oh, beautiful spinning back kick to the body. They got caught with that straight left there.
One good double leg.
Mike Valley, Izzy Martinez in the corner of Rodragez.
Double leg, baby.
There you hear him.
That drop doubles there. Yeah.
This is the time now for Hooker to really turn it on, because you're seeing a little bit of slowing down by Yair, and look at that takedown. Very nicely
Takedown
done.
late in the round.
Mixed it up very well there.
This battle will continue.
Excellent round for Yair Rodragez.
Five minutes remain.
Good work.
Mutual respect. Hooker, the southpaw in the white trunks. He's the Kiwi. And there's the spin by Rodragez. Born and raised in Mexico, now training and living in Chicago.
Good tangling of the legs there by Yair, and excellent bounce. Oh, he got caught low again. Oh, man.
Rodragez spoke very little English
Yep, sure.
when he came up and
Tell
started
me,
to
you
compete
ready?
on The Ultimate Fighter.
Okay, here we go. Time in.
But
What's
man,
coming up?
I
Ready?
want to talk
Hot.
about a rapid ascension towards the top. A lot of people think Rodragez is truly the real thing.
Well, we're learning a lot about him here in this fight because he's getting pressured.
Yes.
I mean, you see he's constantly moving back, and it's very difficult to fight like that. It requires a lot more energy.
Hooker,
And
the aggressor.
Hooker's all over it because
Yeah.
Hooker knows that he's got to win this fight most likely by stoppage or submission. And look at this, takes him to the ground, but this is left his leg exposed. Hooker's in trouble here. That leg's in trouble. Don't let him do that. Don't let him wrap that armpit around it. Hooker's got to defend. And in defending, he might have to put himself in a worse position. Look at this. Yair attacks the arm now as well. The arm's not really in a bad spot here. He's really just got to be careful how he pulls out of this. He's not in trouble. He's in a tricky spot. But he's all right. Hooker knows it. And you can see he's not panicking now. He's not doing anything dumb that leaves his right leg in jeopardy. What he doesn't want Yair to do is commit to that right leg. So he's committing to pushing his hips down, pressing them forward, and he's got to get that leg out of play. His right leg is still in play right now.
Hooker trying to
Yair
score
just
some
cut him.
points here.
I think Yair just cut him with one of those elbows. Yeah, it was from an elbow, and it's hard for us to see it.
There's another one. There's an elbow
Very
just like that. That
Sharp
slice.
elbow on the right eyebrow.
Yep.
So Hooker on top here, and again, he has to be careful of his leg because Yair will jump on it. In the position that Yair's leg is in right now,
Hooker protecting himself with one hand, looking for ground and pound with the other. Trying to throw an elbow of his own. It's an awkward position, one you don't see much. Both men really leaving it all in the octagon.
see, and he's going to that leg again. This is what he wanted the whole time, Mike. What he was trying to do the whole time was bait Hooker into backing up and letting up some of that pressure so he could commit to that right leg. Now, Hooker's in a better position now with that leg, but it's still in play. It's still in play with the right shin of Yair Rodragez across the body of Hooker. See how the leg is tangled up underneath there? Much better now. Now Hooker can kind of shift his hips to the left and get that leg out of there.
Under 2 minutes remain in this fight. Rodragez twice the output and then some in significant strikes. Hooker trying to catch up.
Well, Hooker's got to get out of here, Mike, because he's not going to win the fight like this. He's in danger. His leg is still kind of tangled up, but in my opinion, he's got to submit this kid or finish him by strikes, and he's not going to do it from here, especially not with his leg all tangled up like that. He should commit to defense and try to get out of this spot. Don't just pity-pat punch him from here, because you're just not going to stop him like this. Posture up, get that left leg away from his face. He's trying to bear into it now and do that, and free his right leg. I mean, this is just, you're not going to win a fight like this.
Score points, perhaps. Score enough points.
He's 2 rounds in the hole, most likely. I mean, his corner had to have told him that. Yair landed many more strikes than he did. And here you hear the crowd booing. He's trying to work his way out of this, but he's very aware of the danger that his right leg is in. so he's fighting cautious, but I don't think he can fight cautious here.
They're going to stand him up with 40 seconds remaining.
See the leg, how it was twisted and tangled up in there, Mike?
Hey, time in. Ready? Let's go.
The Kiwi pushes forward first. 30 seconds.
Hooker doing his best to keep that pressure on Yair.
Pushing forward again. Trying to throw final seconds of the fight, swing and a miss. They go the distance. Our move of the fight is sponsored by Metro PCS, where you get nationwide coverage on the blazing fast 4G LTE T-Mobile network for just $30 period.
Yair Rodriguez showing some really wild kicking technique in this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges scored the contest 30-27, 30-27, and 30-26 for the winner by unanimous decision, Yair